Hello and welcome to the FatBoss Guide to Goroth on Mythic in the Tomb of Sargeras.
Yes, Goroth. So being the first boss within the instance is a pretty easy kill. However, if the new mechanics are not dealt with properly, you'll wipe almost instantly. And with that in mind, let's kick straight into it.
So aside from all of the abilities you saw on Heroic, you also have to deal with the Rain of Brimstone. On a timer, the boss will spawn 3 targeting circles that are placed randomly around the room. 6 seconds later, a meteor will land in each of those locations. If these meteors are unsoaked, an ad will spawn from them. These ads have a lot of health, do a ton of pulsing damage to the raid, and we also believe that they destroy pillars. Regardless, getting an ad will wipe you. So to stop this, you need to soak the circles. You want a minimum of 2 players within each circle as the damage you take is split. However, with all of the other damage coming out at the same time, 3 players is far safer. Now when choosing the composition for this fight, keep in mind that these circles can be solo soaked. Shadow Priests can disperse them, Warlocks can Dark Sack and Shield Wall them, 2 Rogues can team up and feint one together, and all immunities work. So basically, any classes that have a solid personal with a low cooldown are absolutely amazing at tackling these circles.
Now to help soak all of these circles, you'll want to split up your entire raid and assign them to cover certain quarters of the room. Now as these circles spawn in random locations, it is actually possible that you can have all 3 spawn in one quarter. It isn't likely, but it does happen. In this situation, it's vital that everyone just moves quickly to assist that location if it's needed. The damage requirement on the boss is extremely low, you just need to focus on getting everything soaked. Now do note, if you're assigned to a quarter that is currently on fire, it's very unlikely that a circle is going to spawn on it. During every single one of our pulls and all the testing we did on PTR, it appears that the circles will never spawn in those locations. So instead, you need to be ready to assist other quarters that do have circles in them. But apart from that, strategically, everything else in the encounter remains pretty much the same. You just need to do what you did on Heroic, just a little bit better. However, there are 2 small changes to the encounter.
Now when pillars are destroyed, they'll now do a small burst of damage to your raid. This is only really noticeable when the boss casts Infernal Burning, because at the end of the cast you'll be destroying all the pillars. Just make sure that everyone is topped before the cast is finished and you'll easily survive. To help make this damage even more manageable though, you should aim to get at least 3 pillars with every single shattering star. That way the pillar damage is a little bit more staggered. Apart from that, it's not really something that requires micromanagement. The fires that spawn around the room will pretty much do that for you. The last change on this fight on Mythic is the tank debuff. Your explosion radius is now a lot larger. You don't really deal with the ability any differently, just move out of the raid and explode away from anyone or any of the pillars. However, this ability does cross over with the Infernal Burning. Because you're forced to move so far away from the raid, you can struggle to get back to a pillar in time. This happens on every even numbered burning, so the 2nd, the 4th and the 6th one, etc. To help with this, you can either use an immunity, so you just don't take any damage from the Infernal Burning. Alternatively, you can use a movement speed increase or get help with Warlock Gateways and Life Grips.
But apart from that, the fight remains exactly the same. You just need to do what you did on Heroic, but again, just do it better. And ultimately, if you're very flexible with the Rain of Brimstone circles, you'll be perfectly fine. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If this guide helped you out, then please do drop us down a like. It helps us out a lot. If you'd like to see a full kill of this encounter with no commentary over the top of it, a link for that is in the description. Also in the description is a link to our Tomb of Sargeras guides over on Wowhead. If you'd like to refresh your mind on any of the mechanics on this encounter or any other in Tomb of Sargeras, go check that out. But before we do go, we'd like to give a huge thank you to all of our new sign-ups over on Patreon. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you very much for deciding to support us, and as well as you all guys. You're all fantastic. So thank you very much, and we shall see you all in the next video.
Thanks for watching.
Take care.